Kohalo, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, whom I learned from. And to you brothers out there, learning sincerely and teaching sincerely, right? To the hopeful elect out there across the four corners. All right, this is a continuation of my last video on this kid. Let's go back to 2 Peter's chapter 1. Let's go verse 6. And knowledge with self-control, and self-control with patience, and patient endurance, and patient endurance with godliness, and godliness with brotherly affection, and brotherly affection with love for everyone. The more you grow like this, the more productive and useful you will be in your knowledge of our Lord Yahushai HaMashiach, right? So we'll go to Hebrews 6, start at verse 9. But beloved, we are persuaded better things of you, and things that accompany salvation, though we thus speak. For Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is not unrighteousness to forget your work and labors of love which ye have showed towards his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister, right? It's telling us to minister unto the saints, who are what? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. You know, we ought to be, like I said in Matthew 5, be a light unto the Gentiles, right? We have a job to do, since the harvest is ripe and plentiful, but the laborers are few. You could be using that airtime in a different way. You know what I mean? You could potentially impact Israel in a much positive light, or you could, support, the camp who's got the 100% truth, man, which I believe is GMS through the Spirit, right? But, I know he has a job to do, and, the thing that we got to be careful with is mixing the type of line of work that he got with this truth. He's clowning around, It says, verse 11, and we desire that every one of you do show the same diligence to full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience inherit the promises, right? We have to act accordingly. Right, let's go back to Peter's, 2 Peter's chapter 1, verse 9. But those who fail to develop in this way are short-sighted or blinded, forgetting that they have been cleansed from their old sins, right? You're supposed to act like a new person, a new man. You can't be the same old DC young fly you was, 5-10 years ago, Now you're putting yourself out there. Now all your actions are being measured, right? By the public and by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? The ministry cannot be blamed, right? So, dear brothers and sisters, work hard to prove that you are among those Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has called and chosen, right? You have to work hard, right? Do these things and you will never fall away. And that is the goal, man. Everybody's all excited that, he's claiming to be an Israelite. Yeah, but what is that doing? What is he doing with it? People fail to realize this is not a spectator sport. That if we want to get out of here, we gotta teach, man. We gotta wake up the elect. That is the goal. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12. Start at verse 27. It reads, now ye are the body of Hamashiach, and members in particular. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai has set some in the church, first apostles, secondary prophets, thirdly teachers, after that miracles, then gifts of healing, helps, right, which he could do. He has the funds to do so, and he should be quiet and just do that in secret, right? Because the type of line of work he's in is being a clown. He's getting paid to be a clown, which, he already had that job, and you know what I mean. So like, who is it? Me. Let me get back to you. I'm on a video. Right. Then gifts, healing, helps, governments, diversities of tongues, right? Being a translator, right? Being in government positions, being helped by monetary gains, right? Or tidings, right? That's what I meant to say. Then gifts of healing. Everybody has a different office. The type of job that he has, he already had it, so he has to provide for his family, but it's not really good to mix the two. You're not in the type of line of work to mix this truth with, man. Right? Are all apostles? Are all prophets? Are all teachers? Are all workers of miracles? Have all the gifts of healing? Do all speak with tongues? Do all interpret? But covet earnestly the best gifts, right? Use the best gift that you have. You have a microphone, right? You make jokes and things like that. The best thing you could do is, just be quiet. Just be quiet, man. Do your job. That's what you do. And, don't try to teach, man, if you're not apt to teach. But at least, make sure that the ministry is not blamed. That's the most important part. Right? And yet show I unto you a more excellent way. Right? Let's go to Ephesians. Start at 11. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry. Right? So he gave, the apostles, the prophets, right? People doing the work out there for the perfecting of the saints. What? The hopeful elect, the 144 and the 1/3. That's why he gave the teachers, man. That's who you should be supporting. And that's who you should be in alliance with, right? Because the true teachers would never tell you to act this way on camera, right? It's best to just be, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove, and just keep your mouth shut and just, support the ministry and do your job. That'll be better off for you. See? Verse 12, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Hamashiach. Right? Hamashiach Yahushai. That's what it's really about. Let's go to Philippians 2 and verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, right? Work out your own salvation with trembling and fear. It's like your salvation with fear and trembling, right? For if Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which worketh in you both to will and to do of his good pleasure, right? Self-explanatory. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom.